What advice do you give us to the extent of fear we should have of relaying a hadith like the way the Salaf they used to do? For example, if we don't have it memorized in Arabic and we know it's authentic, but rather we don't really know with full certainty, should we still convey it or not?
Don't convey it. This is a very important manner as it relates to hadiths, as narrations. Whoever spreads from the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam what is not authentic, even with the very best of intentions and the most ambition to be accurate as possible, he corrupts the religion of Allah. He must be warned against. Even if he is a pious man with good intentions, his statement of the Messenger saying something that doesn't come from the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the deen of Allah being changed. Now, if it's the slip of a scholar, we preserve the honor of the scholar. And we say, this is a slip from our shaykh. A rare slip from a scholar. That happens. You will never remain silent because the shaykh is a great shaykh. And he's very respected. And he mentioned a mistake in his narration, and you just say, be quiet, the shaykh is to be respected. No shaykh gets a respect to that level, where a narration is mistakenly quoted, and you just have to be quiet about it. You can make an excuse for a shaykh who doesn't make mistakes like that, and he's known to be reliable. And the people who twist and distort the religion as a base rule, that's all they do. They are warned against. And no lenience in that, because the distortion of the religion is something that no Muslim can tolerate.
What about like a miskeen like myself, for example? I heard the hadith right now of the one who conveys a lie against Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam has a place in Jannah. I did not memorize the hadith. I don't know the isnad. Do I have the permission, so to speak, to convey it to somebody else?
If you don't know the wording of the hadith, you can tell him what you're certain about. Don't lie. Don't spread anything that's inaccurate from our Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Fear Allah and refrain from speaking on behalf of our Messenger unless you are absolutely sure that what you're saying is founded and accurate. And Allah Ta'ala knows best. I refer you to some lessons I gave some years ago by Telelink from Jeddah to the Detroit Center. Those lessons were called An Explanation of the Muqaddimah of Ibn Majah. And those lessons focus heavily on how the Salaf did this exactly. How the Salaf would just be quiet. The Salaf meaning the Sahaba, the companions, the Tabi'een. While they were Imams of Hadith, they would keep their mouths shut and they wouldn't narrate until they were absolutely certain. The issue is a very serious one. There are narrations in there that show you how far, to what extent they would go to remain silent and not say anything, attributing it to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as they viewed that as being something very, very serious. And we generally in this era, we don't grasp the seriousness that they had and the seriousness that is actually required from us to convey this deen properly. And we're very loose in this era. And may Allah Ta'ala correct those who are misrepresenting our religion.